Good morning. Thank you all for being with us today. My name is Linda Troncoso, and I'm the chair of the MCA Foundation. The MCA's mission is to develop and catalyze the life sciences ecosystem in the El Paso region. When we were founded in 2006, our community had the vision and the foresight to invest in long-term infrastructure and programs that would have lasting impact on the life sciences and economic development of our region. Since 2006, the MCA has worked to master plan and support MCA campus infrastructure essential to anchor tenants such as Texas Tech, University Health Science Centers El Paso, UMC El Paso Children's. And while we're acquiring land and developing unique life science buildings on the MCA campus, such as the Cardinal Collaborative Biomedical Incubator. In addition, the MCA has worked to develop programs essential to a robust life sciences industry, such as our Innovation Center, El Paso Juarez, Healthcare Think Tank, Clinical Trials Consortium, and STEM camps. During this time, the MCA has seen healthcare become the largest private industry in our region. We are excited to be here today to unveil and welcome the newest asset in our growing infrastructure and programs of the MCA that will serve as a resource to our entire region. Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to thank our leadership, the MCA board members, and our community leaders including, let's see who's here. Okay, people on the list, not here, that's okay. All the people that are actively working with us. I'd like to congratulate the MCA staff for putting in the years of work required to reach this tremendous milestone. Without further ado, I'd like to welcome Emma Schwartz, the CEO of the MCA Foundation and the president of El Paso Juarez, to help us launch this new program.
Emma? Thank you so much for that intro and for your tireless leadership as our chair of the MCA Foundation for almost 2 years now. Your support and dedication has helped our organization reach new heights over the last 2 years, especially during this unprecedented time of COVID. Now, good morning to all of you here with us today, both virtually and in person. Thank you for joining us for this exciting event. We've been waiting for a long time for this. Today's announcement is a accumulation of years of work and strategic planning, both within the MCA and externally within our amazing community partners. Since 2015, when the MCA launched the space race, our intent was to create synergies and opportunities for commercialization and startup success in our region. Those efforts accelerated with the opening of this building, the Cardwell Collaborative, and the launch of the MCA Innovation Center and our biomedical incubator on the 3rd floor. We have been very fortunate to have significant support and grant funding from entities such as the U.S. Economic Development Administration that awarded us the I6 Challenge Grant in 2019 in support of our work with tech startups, entrepreneurs. Our EDA Seed Fund grant was also awarded in 2020. And over the past several years, we have extended training, support, incubation, and other services to local startups, entrepreneurs, and innovators who are working on tech, healthcare, and other biomedical products. Our work in the life sciences ecosystem naturally evolved to focus on the robust and growing medical device manufacturing industry in our region. In 2018, we launched El Paso Juarez, a binational industry cluster that supports the needs of the industry on both sides of the border in El Paso and Ciudad Juarez. With over 40 medical device manufacturers in our region, we have the critical mass of companies that are needed to support an innovation ecosystem. El Paso Juarez has provided a space for these manufacturers to connect with local suppliers, government, and economic development agencies, service providers, and academic institutions who are all key inputs to a robust medical device ecosystem. Between the MCA Innovation Center and El Paso Juarez, we've also spent the last several years studying our innovation ecosystem, understanding the strengths and challenges as a community, and strategically targeting and developing programs around our needs, addressing debilitating gaps. In 2019, we received another EDA grant to conduct an ecosystem map of our binational biomedical ecosystem, and we developed a robust roadmap for growth. One of the striking findings of the ecosystem mapping project was that while our region is a powerhouse for manufacturing, with nearly 70 years of institutional knowledge and over 350,000 people working in manufacturing and a robust manufacturing economy, We lack key ingredients to remain globally competitive, particularly in the life sciences. Without strategic investment in value-added manufacturing and innovation, including R&D and product development, we will lag other similarly positioned technology and innovation clusters. Additionally, until we can grow our own innovations and develop our own products, we will not be able to fully integrate our local supply chain, and eventually we will lose our competitiveness. Because of the highly regulated nature of the medical device manufacturing sector, the supply chain must not only meet quality and regulatory standards, but it must also be integrated into the product development process in order to be qualified by the FDA. In the years since the ecosystem mapping project and through the last year and a half of COVID-19, we have been working towards strategies and programs that address these gaps and build the MCA's capacity to support product development. In April of this year, the MCA was awarded the highly competitive EDA Sprint Challenge Grant, which supports the development, creation, or expansion of programs that accelerate technology-based economic development and respond to the challenges caused by the coronavirus pandemic. This has been a concept we have been trying to materialize for many years, as evidenced by some of our guests who are here today. We were chatting before, mentioning, you've been talking about this for years. And today, we are very thrilled to announce and launch this Devise Product Realization Hub, a place for innovators and existing companies to devise, develop, and deploy healthcare and biomedical products. I think we have a slide to show you. There we go. There's our logo for the Devise Product Realization Hub. And to talk more about this, I'd like to now introduce Jackie Butler, Senior Director of Operations for the MCA and the U.S. Director of Bio El Paso Juarez, and she'll share more information about this exciting initiative.
So much, Emma. So we do have some slides, and we'll do our best to get through these with some technological challenges. But good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to our audience who's tuning in virtually as well. My name is Jackie Butler. I'm the Senior Director of Operations here at the MCA Foundation. And I'm also very fortunate to be able to work with Bio El Paso Juarez as the Director of Operations here on the US side. We're very excited to share the Devise Product Realization Hub with you this morning. As Emma mentioned, this program is years in the making and is the result of a lot of hard work and great partnerships, many of whom are here in the room with us today. There we go. So the mission of the the Devise Product Realization Hub is to help innovators, suppliers, and manufacturers scale the production of their projects. From idea to business proposal to market delivery, the Devise Product Realization Hub is programmed to help members of this community design, develop, and deploy new products. Some of the overarching goals of this program are to lower the barriers and encourage increased commercialization efforts by providing design thinking training and innovation startup support for would-be entrepreneurs. So starting from the very beginning, we're hoping to lower some of those barriers and provide those necessary trainings. We hope to create locally developed products by directly supporting the design and development of new products generated by these innovators, entrepreneurs, and startups. We also hope to empower existing manufacturers and suppliers to become integrated with R&D and product development opportunities here in the community by providing those educational resources and opportunities for training and upskilling that are so necessary within this highly regulated industry. We hope to urge existing manufacturers and suppliers to explore new product development opportunities and new product line integration so that we can continue that innovation pipeline here in our community. We also hope to connect the local product development efforts with suppliers. We know that integrating the local supply chain is very important to a lot of the organizations that are working on economic development here. And through this process, we hope that that more local product development will be integrated with the supply chain here. And lastly, we hope to provide training and education services to the community at large. Whether you're an individual who's interested in medical devices or product development, or whether you're an established corporate OEM and want to get involved in product development efforts here in the community, we hope that you'll find a home here at Devise. I wanted to quickly go over some of the key services that the Product Realization Hub will offer to these different stakeholders in our community. Through the Innovation Center here at the MCA, we hope to provide innovation and entrepreneurship strategy support that includes customer discovery, market assessment, product market fit, design thinking, and business development support to anybody within the innovation pipeline, whether you're an individual, a startup, or an innovator. We hope that we'll be able to provide that support for you. Next, we're going to be focusing on product design and development with CAD design, design for manufacturing, 3D printing, and rapid prototyping support, including design validation, form fit function testing, minimum viable product support, and regulatory pathway support, which will be supported in large part by FabLab El Paso. We also will be providing a lot of manufacturing support. This is a continuation of some of the services that Bio El Paso Juarez was able to partner with TMAC last year to provide to regional manufacturers and suppliers. This includes ISO training for ISO 13485 and 9001, internal auditor training for those as well, quality control, supply chain sourcing and integration. All of those necessary trainings for this highly regulated industry will be able to provide to existing manufacturers and suppliers through this program. And lastly, like I said, community training is a big portion of this program. So we hope to be able to provide a lot of resources related to design thinking, regulatory pathways, project management, new product development that can be a resource to anybody who's interested in these topics. So thanks to the EDA Sprint Challenge Grant, all of these services will be provided free of charge to qualifying companies and individuals. So we're very, very excited to be able to provide this, this resource to the community free of charge. I'd like to take a moment to recognize some of the individuals in the room and the companies that have already signed up to be part of Devise Product Realization Hub. We've worked with many of these companies over the last several years, and we're very thankful for their ongoing support and their commitment to progress within our community. Anybody who's interested in learning more or applying, we encourage you to visit our website at mcamericas.org/innovation/devise to learn how you can be a part of this amazing group of companies as well. Let's see. We will be holding a couple of information sessions for anybody who's interested in learning more, who's interested in applying, who would like more information about the program and details about what will be included. We encourage you to visit the website again to register for one of these info sessions and learn more about the program. One of the most exciting components of the Devise Product Realization Hub is the physical product development lab that we have established here in the Cardinal Collaborative. We're thrilled to be able to hire our very own product development lab manager, Philip Morton. Philip is a mechanical engineer who has worked at the Keck Center at UTEP and is an entrepreneur himself. I'd like to welcome Philip to the podium to tell us more about the services that we'll be able to provide through the product development lab upstairs. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everybody. My name's Philip Morton. I'm very excited to be here and be part of this, great asset to our region. Our big goal with the product development lab is really to offer, additional engineering resources to, established companies as well as entrepreneurs and startups. If you need another engineer, another pair of hands to develop a new product, to work on, some other kind of projects to help you guys grow, that's really what we're, looking to do. To be a little bit more specific on some of the services that we'll be offering are 3D modeling, so if you need some CAD work, design for manufacturing help, anything like that, we'll be able to provide that to you. We'll also, can assist in additional engineering things like material selection if you need help doing research on, what types of materials to use for certain types of products. We can provide that service as well. We'll also be able to do several types of prototyping. We are still building up our equipment base, but we are investing in several 3D printers, both for thermoplastic materials as well as thermosets. And we'll also be able to do some small scale injection molding tests as well, with the equipment that we're purchasing. We'll also have some testing equipment to be able to do some prototype testing. So if you have some early prototypes, we'll have some different types of sensors and other types of equipment available, to start to test these prototypes and kind of get the packet ready to submit to the FDA. And our last two topics are, technical writing review. So a lot of you may know, getting ISO certification, it's a lot of writing, a lot of back and forth between, managers and quality managers. And we'll be able to help review some of those documents as well as provide some feedback, on ways to improve them. And lastly, we'll also help with some of the regulatory pathway assistance. So, if you have a new product, you need help approaching the FDA, kind of getting all this documentation approved as well as the product approved, we'll also be able to help with this as well. And I'd also encourage you after the event, if you have any questions about our services, our equipment, anything like that, feel free to come up, talk to me. We'll also be doing tours of the lab if you're interested in seeing what we have set up so far. And with that, I'll hand it over to Kathy.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kathy. This is actually not my speech. I'm here to represent FabLab El Paso. We're a 501c3 nonprofit makerspace that has been in existence, since 2014. And our main focus, as it is with most makerspaces and Fab Labs around the world, is we focus on the 3 A's: accessibility, affordability, and attitude. So for us, when we first opened our facility in this region, it's very grassroots. We're really focused from a community perspective because at the time, no one in this region really identified themselves as makers or innovators. And there needed to be a kind of paradigm shift that needed to happen within the mentality of the community. So a lot of our workshops, programs, and services were focused around changing fundamentally the way that people thought about themselves and about El Paso. Our approach is from, kind of sowing the seeds very early on. We work heavily with the ISDs in El Paso, so we do a lot of K-12 education. And a lot of this is out of school, out of curriculum programs to really, get the creative juices flowing in kids and to get them comfortable with working with their hands. And over the years, these programs and these workshops have also seeped into professional development and post-professional development. So in the past 2 years, with the support of Microsoft TechSpark, we've really moved on to digital transformation and digital skilling initiatives. So we've kind of, matured a little bit from, just focusing on a lot of early education programs now to really kind of working into the community this sense of empowerment and innovation. And we also, along that line of accessibility, we really found that a traditional makerspace model where people would come in and sign up as members wasn't really working in our community because there needed to be a kind of pipeline that existed already in order for people to feel comfortable using a space in that way. So we created instead a fabrication as a service program at our nonprofit where we helped local entrepreneurs and creatives bring their ideas to life. And our projects really ran the gamut from, very hobbyist projects, from somebody just, wanting to make something as a gift or as a memento, to now more sophisticated projects. We're actually part of a exhibition tomorrow at the UTEP's Rubin Center for the Arts. We worked with a New York-based artist to realize a structural exhibition, large-scale structural exhibition, where we recreated the structure of the Enola Gay plane. So if you guys are interested in kind of seeing, the scale of it, come to the gallery opening tomorrow. And the really great thing about, kind of being very interdisciplinary in our work is that we really do believe that creativity and this drive to make, it crosses so many different fields and industries. We work a lot with artists, we work with engineers, and now we're really excited to work with engineers for the service of creating biomedical and medical devices in this region. And we're, excited to work with Philip and to really support in any way we can to bring our knowledge that we have distilled to the service of this program. And thank you so much, MCA, for working with us. We're also partnering on another amazing program called the Nurse Innovator Program, where we provided product development training to a cohort of nurses from both sides of the border. And it really, just aligns so well with our mission of democratization and access. So thank you very much.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Amit Lopez. I'm an assistant professor at the Industrial Manufacturing and Systems Engineering program at UTEP, and also regional director for TMAC, Texas Manufacturing Assistance Center. We are really appreciative of the MCA in including us in this tremendous endeavor. TMAC is a federally funded entity from the Department of Commerce, NIST, in our region to serve small and medium manufacturers. We work on 5 pillars that are of interest to all manufacturers. So products, processes, profits, people, and technology. So in our last 25 plus years of existence, we have executed hundreds of projects related to the traditional pillars of lean engineering. It includes implementation, several months worth of work, and also training, but also quality management systems, ISO implementations and trainings as well. So that benefits, operations, that benefits new sales, retained sales, etc. So we are also embedded into giving training and implementation on new product development, looking at the product from an end-to-end cycle and assisting with that. We have recently invested in future or looking technologies such as Industry 4.0 and smart manufacturing, and trying to embed that and bring that to our region. In addition to also serving manufacturers in the trusted business advisor role. So how do we look at the profitability side of things when we make strategic decision making? So we are bringing that expertise in our group so we can help small support their initiatives in these 5 pillars really. So thank you for this opportunity where we are going to support the MCA, support Philip here in providing these complementing technologies and complementing support system as it relates to lean or quality or training people, on site in manufacturing related tasks and whatnot. So, given that with this opportunity, we are going to further our mission of serving more and more manufacturers. The access to their network furthers our mission as well. And, this partnership in general is going to help us serve more and more manufacturers and entrepreneurs really achieve their goal of setting up companies here that will mass produce their products in our region. So having said that, I'm not going to get too much time. Looking forward to serving you, the companies that are attending here, and through this partnership, serving the mission of the Devise Lab. So thank you.
Good morning. Good morning, Emma, Mr. Coso, Dr. Lopez, Ms. Chen, Caleb, Jackie, glad to be here. First, let me introduce myself. I'm Puyo Chu. I'm founder and CEO of CESA Medical. CESA Medical is a contract manufacturing in the medical device industry. We've been around for over 30 years, and we're headquartered here in El Paso. We have over 2,500 employees and close to 400,000 square feet of manufacturing space and labs. Our presence is, as I said, El Paso, Juarez. We have operations in New Jersey. We have operations in California. Recently made 2 acquisitions in the Bay Area. Wanted to be close to the Silicon Valley. And we also have and have been with a European facility since 2006. And I'm happy to be here because I want to congratulate the MCA, Emma. I want to congratulate TBAC, Dr. Lopez, Ms. Chen, and FabLab for coming together and making this a reality. I think that with the United States, I guess, Economic Administration and Economic Development Administration, they saw your collective effort and their vision and mission. And with this monumental grant, I think they're helping El Paso and our whole borderplex region take a step in the direction that we can be very proud of. As a manufacturer for over 30-some years, back in 2008, I realized that in order for CESA to grow and expand its offering in the device manufacturing industry, we needed to move from just offering manufacturing services, engineering services into design and development. And in 2009, we made an acquisition, bought a small company in Minneapolis, and that's what got us behind the initial design and development and offer that to our customer. That was what I was trying to get to, the science behind what we do, what we manufacture. What is it that supports the products that we do, that we make from a science standpoint, which is what Philip will be doing here every day. Since then, we have been growing in that field. We are currently working with at least 6 major medical device companies in supporting them in the development of their new products or the development of the next generation of product. And that's with engineers from El Paso and Juarez, New Jersey, but primarily that effort is located at headquarters here in the El Paso, headquartered and directed and managed from the El Paso, Juarez area. So what we're celebrating today is the opportunity that we have as partners between, and I should have mentioned that I'm also chair of the board of Bio El Paso Juarez, in which I think probably the best decision I made as chair was to join forces with the MCA, because Emma has taken us to the next level in terms of Bio El Paso Juarez, and her recognition and understanding of the ecosystem that we have in the El Paso Juarez area. And this is that another step in basically promoting and developing that ecosystem that we have. I think this center will and where this development and design development center that we are now celebrating will lower the barriers and will help many of the manufacturers that are already located in Juarez. We have close to 400,000 manufacturing jobs in our area, and probably based on our data, around 20-some thousand jobs that are related to medical devices. But very, very few jobs are in the design and development area. And so we're taking a step. Years ago, the automotive industry did some of that. In I see one person that was very active in that in terms of design development. But now this takes the medical device industry in that direction. Something that CESA we've been doing for 10, 12 years now. This lowers that barrier for others, either as you mentioned, Doctor, either entrepreneurs or companies that are already located here that can venture and go into the design and development of medical device products. So again, congratulations. It is a great day, great opportunity for El Paso. I think one of the keys that is important to mention it is on the design and development part of it, where the decisions of who the suppliers will be are made. And this is something that we need to strive for, because right now we pay billions of dollars from all over the world, all over the United States, to our El Paso, Juarez area to be put together and further manufactured here. The more design development we do here, the more decision making will be done here with the opportunity for local suppliers, which is another benefit. I think the future of El Paso, we recognize this opportunities, we put these opportunities to work, are incredible. And I thank you for your efforts. You're taking us, as I said earlier, just like you did with El Paso, to taking design development to the next step. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Julio. I can tell you that one of my favorite places to spend time in this region is at CESA in Juarez. Not only is the manufacturing operation there phenomenal to watch, the automation, the vertical integration, what I learned what extrusion was there, just a really high quality workforce. But then you walk into his R&D lab, and here's this private company doing phenomenal things in product development, and they're getting their own FDA approvals. And when he introduces his team there, they're made up of scientists and engineers from all the schools in our region. And so it's really exciting. And thank you so much, Julio, for your leadership. And we're hoping to bring what you've done in your factory and make it available to many people in our community. But I'm a strong believer that the good ideas really come from anywhere. The question is, how do we support those ideas to become reality? And that's what we've been trying to do at the MCA for many years. Through Nancy and Alberto at our Innovation Center, Michaela and the Clinical Trials Consortium, Chris Lindner and the Healthcare Think Tank, Vianney and her STEM labs, and Jackie and Cecilia and in our Bio El Paso Juarez, and now Philip in our Product Development Lab. This is really so exciting for all of us. So anyway, I want to thank all of you for being here. I want to have a huge heartfelt thank you to the MCA for bringing this project to life, to pulling this together all the way from grant application to project realization. It certainly takes a vision, but it also takes execution. So the other key ingredient to successful complex projects like this is teamwork. So I'd like to now take a moment to thank all of the organizations that supported our application to the EDA for this project, which required widespread community support. The City of El Paso County, the Rio Grande Council of Governments, the Borderplex Alliance, our key partners at the Fab Lab and TMAC Paso del Norte, and our industry supporters, CESA Medical, RexMed, Health, MFI International, and G Labels and Printing. We would not have received this grant without each of you and your letters of support. Now, for more information on the product development, the Devise Product Realization Hub, we'd like to welcome you to visit our website. Again, the website is posted up on our screen. And for those of you here live with us today, you're welcome to take a tour of the Product Development Lab on the 3rd floor to explore the concept as well as the machinery that will make the magic happen. We have staff waiting in the lobby here and by the elevators to take you on the tour. Once again, we are thrilled to welcome this new level of support to our region's innovators, startups, and manufacturing sector. If you're looking to develop and design a product, come visit us and let us support you. The world needs your ideas. Let's put them into production. Thanks for it.